Here it is. This is the healthier ramen. Healthier yet delicious ramen.
Healthier ramen hack. Restaurant flavor, maximum nutrition. That's something I'm going to talk about today, so stick around. Hi, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet. Do you like ramen? Ramen is becoming very popular, isn't it? Even in overseas, there are many ramen chains, and it is becoming almost as popular as sushi. So, ramen has become a kind of a representation of the Japanese food. So, whenever you think of Japanese food, you think of sushi and ramen. Ramen has become a synonym of the Japanese food. But ramen isn't actually Japanese food. It is originally from China. It is Chinese food. But yeah, it's been around in Japan for such a long time that it has become part of Japanese diet. But I wouldn't like to think that the ramen is a representation of the Japanese food, because the problem with ramen is that it isn't healthy. And if it's a Japanese food, it has to be healthy. Japanese food or washoku is known for healthy food. That is our reputation. Ramen doesn't deserve to be the representative of the Japanese food. So what food is? Definitely not natto. For details, please read my book, Natto Unleashed. But natto definitely is the representative of washoku. It is super healthy. It is one of the healthiest ingredients in the world. Now, so today, let me break down why ramen isn't healthy. Now, look at that. So it doesn't have many ingredients. I mean, almost no vegetables. I mean, got spring onions and umeboshi. Umeboshi is good, but mostly ramen, which is a noodle, basically a carb. It's made of wheat flour. So basically a carb. And then maybe 2 slices of pork. So it's not much. And how about this one? Well, this one's got more ingredients, got egg, nori. That's good. So this one is better, but still, I wouldn't call it a healthy dish. It doesn't deserve to be the representative of the Japanese food. Yet, you can always make it healthier. Yeah, there are always ways to make a dish healthier. And the way many people make ramen healthier is by choosing healthier packages, such as rice ramen or vegan ramen and so on. But the problem with these healthier ramen packages is that they are not as delicious. They don't taste like ramen. It's not the same. It's not the same as ramen you have at the restaurant. I mean, those ramen are so delicious. It is very difficult to recreate that flavor at home. So, isn't there a way to make it healthier yet keep the restaurant flavor? Yes, there is. And that's what I'll be sharing with you today. So I'll share with you how to make it healthier yet delicious, and how to make this healthier ramen. So please watch the video until the end. Thank you. Now, those of you who just discovered this video today, this is the Ikigai Diet channel, which is a health and longevity channel. We usually cover things like diet, exercise, mindset, and sometimes we cover Japanese blue zones, because there are several blue zones in Japan other than Okinawa. And we cover from traditional Japanese health method to modern Japanese health trends such as chokatsu. Basically, this is a channel about how to increase health span, especially for people over 50 or 60. So if you're interested, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you. So what I do is I use a regular ramen package. So this kind of ramen package is sold a lot in Japan, and it tastes very much like restaurant ramen. In fact, this one is called Yokohama Iekei Ramen. Yokohama Iekei is a popular ramen chain in Japan, started in Yokohama, And then now you can buy a sort of package like that with many other ramen chains package. So I usually do that. And then so inside it looks like this. So you have the ramen, which is a fresh ramen, not fried ramen, and then the soup. Now, the soup is very special. In fact, the key to ramen is the soup. And this is very difficult to reproduce at home. Because this one, for example, is a tonkotsu soup, which means pork bone soup. And it's very difficult to make at home. So I think to create the flavor, the best way to use a packaged fresh ramen set. I know it's not healthy, but I eat ramen on Hare occasions anyway. I talk about Hare and Ke. So Hare and Ke, Hare means festivals and celebrations, and Ke means usual and everyday life. So usually in the Ikigai diet, we divide the week into Hare and Ke. During the week is a K period, and the weekend is a Hare period. So during the week, you kind of sort of discipline yourself and you stay on a healthy diet, such as, plant-based diet as much as possible. But on the weekend, you can take a break. You can eat any food that you can kind of enjoy eating. So it is like cheat days. However, Hare days are a little different from cheat days because, Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, he has a cheat day. Every Sunday is a cheat day, and he eats piles of pancakes and ice cream, and he seems to, into sort of sugary stuff. But my Hare days are quite different because usually during the week, I stay on a plant-based diet as much as possible, except for fish. Therefore, my protein intake tend to be lower. So the weekend is a protein loading time. So I kind of focus on more animal-based food, especially meat. So that means nutrition is quite important. So even though I want to eat delicious ramen, I want to make it as healthy as possible. So how to make it healthier then? By adding nutritious ingredients. For example, so we have char siu in ramen, like a pork meat, but char sius are a little difficult to make because you have to kind of make stuff like that, and it takes a long time. So I usually use regular pork. If you can, try to choose organic pork or pasture-raised pork. And then you can use a lot of pork so that you can increase protein. So it becomes protein richer. Plus, pork is rich in vitamin B1, which is good for butyrate producing bacteria. This longevity bacteria abundant in the gut of Japanese centurion. So butyrate producing bacteria is the key. And to increase this bacteria, you need different kind of nutrients, but vitamin B1 is one of them. Then you can add eggs. I mean, usually eggs are in ramen anyway. And then add protein a bit more. Plus, egg is a very nutritious ingredient. And vegetables, you can put a lot of vegetables. Usually in a regular ramen dish, there aren't many vegetables. So the idea of making a healthier ramen is put a lot of vegetables. But what kind of vegetables? Because certain vegetables are good for ramen, but other vegetables don't go well with ramen. So vegetables that can go well with ramen are leafy vegetables, such as Chinese cabbage or spinach or regular cabbage. Those are good. So any kind of leafy vegetables are fine with ramen. And of course, negi, spring onions. Ramen usually have negi. Negi is critical ingredient in ramen. And garlic. Garlic goes very well with ramen and it's incredibly nutritious. And mushrooms too. You can add some mushrooms such as shiitake. Shiitake is wonderful with ramen. It goes very well with ramen, or any other type of mushrooms are fine. So you can put vegetables and mushrooms and seaweed such as nori and wakame. So by adding those seaweed, it transforms the nutritional value of ramen. How about seeds? You can put sesame seeds. Sesame seeds goes very well with ramen, or hemp seed, any small seeds, but not big seeds like pumpkin seeds or sunflower seed. Like the small, these, sesame seed like seeds are better for ramen. So those ingredients are part of Mago wa Yasashi Koku, the basic guideline of the Ikigai diet. Mago wa Yasashi Koku means beans, nuts and seeds, seaweeds, vegetables, fish, mushrooms, tubers, whole grains, and fruit. Now, in your diet, you want to include those ingredients as much as possible. That is the key to a healthy diet. And in this recipe, it has seeds, it has seaweeds, it has vegetables, and mushrooms. So four categories from Mago wa Yasashi Koku. It is incredible. Okay, so I will show you how to make this healthier ramen. But before that, for details about Mago wa Yasashi Koku and Hare and K, please read the Ikigai Diet, the secret Japanese diet to health and longevity. The book covers other information such as Ichibutsu Zentai Shoku, Ichiju Sansai, and Shindo Fuji. All are critical in the Japanese natural dietary culture.
All right, now, how to make the healthier ramen. So, things you need. First of all, you need a ramen package like that. So, I am using Rairaite ramen package from Shiga. So, this is a local ramen chain. It's very popular in Shiga Prefecture. And inside, so it's like that. So there's a ramen noodle. It's a fresh ramen noodle and soup. You may not be able to find something like that in your region, but try going to the Japanese grocery store or Asian grocery store. You may be able to find one. Or if you cannot find a fresh ramen package, you may want to try like a fried one like these. Because recently, some of the fried ramen are getting better. Their texture is getting close to the restaurant flavor. So yeah, go to the Japanese grocery store or Asian grocery store and try to find something. Then, so you need some pork. This is about 300 grams of pork because I'd like to put a lot of pork to add protein. And I'm using 2 eggs, but you can use just 1 egg. It's up to you. You know how much protein you want to put into this ramen. And for vegetables, I have Chinese cabbage and regular cabbage, spinach, and that's shiitake mushrooms, and garlic. So I'm using a lot of garlic. And then for negi, I have white negi and green negi because I'm from Kanto, and in Kanto we usually use white negi, but in Kansai where I live now we use green negi. So in my case I use both white negi and green negi, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you can use any kind of spring onions that you have in your region. And some sesame seeds, and then wakame. If it's a dried wakame, you need to soak wakame. You need to start soaking wakame about 20 minutes before you make your ramen. And then nori. That's it. That's all you need. First, we start boiling water. So you turn the gas on and start boiling water to boil eggs. So the steps of making ramen is first you boil eggs and then you cook the pork and vegetables and finally you boil ramen. So boiling ramen is the last step, but you need to do them kind of in the right order, because what is critical about ramen is as soon as ramen is ready, as soon as ramen is boiled, you want to serve and start eating. It is the critical step. So you need to leave the ramen part at the end, and you want to have everything ready, all ingredients ready by the time you boil ramen. And then while you're boiling ramen, which is only like 2.5 minutes, you need to prepare the soup. So you basically mix hot water with the soup. So that means you need to warm up your soup now or any time, like between, until you start boiling ramen. So I have this soup, so I put it on top of the lid so that I can warm the soup. And you will need hot water. So using another pot like that, you boil water. So you make hot water. When the water is boiled, you want to put eggs in. So you put one egg first, and then the second egg. And you want to boil them for about 8 minutes. And first, you want to kind of stir the eggs a little bit so that the yolk will stay in the center. Yeah, so depending on how hard you want your eggs to be, for about half-boiled eggs, usually about 8 minutes. But if you want your eggs to be harder, then you need to boil them longer. Okay, so 8 minutes after, you turn the gas off, and then you need to have ice water like that, and then you remove the eggs into the ice water. Like that. And then you cool the eggs down. Next, you cook the pork and vegetables. So you have frying pan and turn the gas on, and then pour some oil. Then you put pork. So when the pork are kind of cooked, you add Chinese cabbage and cabbage. And you add garlic too. Then you add shiitake and mix them together. And you can put the lid on. And then turn down the gas to a low flame and simmer it for a while. When they are cooked, you add spinach. So you add spinach. And then you put the lid on, and at this point you can just turn the gas off and you leave it like that for a while. Then now eggs are cooled down, so you want to peel the eggs. You peel the eggs like that. Like that. Then you want to cut egg into half. like that. The other one, like that. So finally, you want to boil ramen, so you turn the gas on and you boil water so you can put the lid on. And meanwhile, you won't have other things ready, so you want to drain wakame. You want to have wakame ready like that. Now it is boiled. So I put ramen and then set the timer. So this one is for 2.5 minutes, but depending on the package, sometimes it's 3 minutes, so you just read the package. And then you want to prepare the soup. So this one, and then you pour hot water. Then add sesame seeds into the soup. Okay, so time is up, and then I just turn the gas off and then drain the water. And then put ramen in here. And then soon I put all other ingredients. So these, pork and vegetables. Like that. And then wakame. Eggs. And then negi. I mean, you can put negi, before, whatever you like. I just want to put the negi so that you can kind of see it. So how you want to put the ingredients is up to you. There are so many different ways of doing it. And then finally, you put nori. Anywhere really. If you want to make it kind of, I'm gonna just remove these so that you can maybe see it better. Maybe you can put nori just behind the eggs, like that. Well, by the time you eat, it'll be all mixed. Just like, how you want it to look before you start eating. So it's up to you. I mean, a ramen chef can do it much more nicely. They are professional. I'm not a professional ramen chef, so it's a bit messy. But the idea is you want to create a healthy ingredient. I mean, nutritious ramen, yet delicious. So, here it is. This is the healthier ramen. Healthier yet delicious ramen. Maybe I should call it the Ikigai ramen. Alright, so I'm gonna eat this ramen. Excellent. Just like restaurant flavor. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Again, my name is Sachiaki Takamiya. I am the author of the Ikigai Diet. If you like this video, please give me your thumb up and subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment. Have you ever made ramen at home? And how did it go? Thank you. Well, I will see you in the next video. Live with your Ikigai!